What's going on, guys? So it's been quite the day today, and it is a rest day. So I did get 45 minutes of cardio in, so I'm pretty happy about that. I did that this morning, and we've got some new lighting that we need to put together. So always fun, little projects. But tonight, because I didn't do it over the weekend, I messed up. I was supposed to actually go do a chicken cook. So we're going to actually do 40 pounds tonight. And I'm going to do 40. Normally I'll go in and when I do a chicken cook, I'll typically lean on the side of getting anywhere from 120 to 160 pounds of chicken at once, because I find that just by cooking it all at once, cutting it, bagging it is the way to go. If you're going to sit there and you're going to go to the grocery store every single week, how much time does that take you if you're doing that? It takes way too much time, takes too much effort. Just do it once. You don't have to do it every couple months, or even if you go big like I do, you can do it once every 2.5, 3 months. Saves you so much time in the long run, and take all that time back, focus on other things. So that's what we're doing tonight. I'm going to bring you guys along for the ride. I'm going to show you, everything from start to finish, show you exactly how you can meal prep and do it a little bit more efficiently. Couple requirements here. Number one, you're going to need a grill. You could bake it, you could boil it. I've tried every method. I find the grill to be the easiest. Number two, you're going to need a freezer. Obviously, you've got a freezer in your house, built into your fridge, but you're more than likely not going to have enough space in there to accommodate large volume of chicken. You can buy a freezer for $50 to $100 on the Facebook Marketplace, so you don't need to break an arm and a leg to do this. But I'm telling you, just think about your time. Dollarize your time. Know what your time is worth, and recognize that just by doing these little things up front, yes, you're going to have to buy a freezer. Yeah, it's going to take up some space, but you're going to get so much time back. So it's all going to be worthwhile. But without further ado, we got to hit the road because we got to do some returns, and we got to hit Restaurant Depot, and the clock is ticking. They close in an hour. So let's hit the road, and I'll see you guys at the store.
Hello, fly chick coming through. Nice to meet you, glad you came too. Like your style and you know you got moves. You spit game and you know you spit smooth.
What up, guys? All right, so we are on our way to the depot, and I wanted to talk a little bit about this real quick. So if you guys aren't familiar with Restaurant Depot, it's a restaurant supply store. You can go in there and you can buy large quantities of just about anything at discounted prices. Think like a Costco, but a little bit more on the industrial side. The reason that I go to Restaurant Depot is really simple. Number one, the prices. You're not going to go to any store, I don't care whether it's a wholesale club or whether it's a traditional grocery store, and get better prices. It's very unlikely. Number two, when you go to the grocery store and you got to go in and you got to buy, let's say buying poultry in my case, you're going to have to get a ton of those packages. So if you want to get like 160 pounds worth of chicken, you're going to have to get so much trash, because that's what it is, right? All the styrofoam packaging and those little absorbent pads that the chicken's on, and those, the shrink wrap. So many packages, so much trash. There's just no waste. So I go in, and each one of the cases is 40 pounds. So you go in, you buy, 2-3 cases, and you're set. And I get it. It is a pain in the ass to cook it all. You're going to see exactly what all of that really entails in just a second. But there's no way to beat it. There really isn't any way to beat it. You can try and you can get crafty, man, but just having ready to go, ready to eat, chicken on tap at any time without having to worry about cooking anything is a beautiful thing. And not only that, but your food's not going to go bad. That's the other thing, man, is I've been doing this for over a decade. All right. And I did the meal prep business. I tried all that shit. I did it for years, just like everybody else out there has done. And for me, it just wasn't the way to go. It just didn't work. And the reason that it didn't work for me is because everybody knows that chicken tastes like shit after 3 days in your fridge, right? It starts getting a little funky. The texture starts changing a little bit. It is just a bad time. You don't want that. This is my preferred way of doing it. You could do other protein sources, I suppose. But, if you guys are like me out there and all you're looking to do is just keep things simple, keep it basic, and stay on track, this is the way to go. So I want you to think about that when you're going to the grocery store and you're doing your meal preps and you're sitting there spending all that time in the kitchen every single day. Imagine what you could do with that time back. I know it sounds trivial, but let's just do some math out real quick, right? So let's say it takes you an hour per week just to go to the grocery store, get your food, and come back to the house, right? That's 1 hour. That's 4 hours per month, right? And if we multiply 4 times 12 over the course of the year, we get 48 hours, all right? That's no joke, is what you're spending every year just in the car going to the grocery store. 2 days. Am I crazy? Am I the only one that thinks like this? What are you doing? It's so dumb. You only live once, man. You want to know that 2 days of your year you spent at a grocery store? Laugh, because this is what most people do. If you're watching this, you probably do this too. But apply this principle and this way of thinking to other things in your life, right? If you're doing something that's monotonous and you're doing it repeatedly, and you could do it at a larger scale and save time, and most importantly, I should say the time's more important, but you're also saving money, right? Who doesn't love saving a little bit of cheddar? Come on now. Of course you do. In this economy, in these economic conditions, you kidding me? Come on. Stop with the every week grocery store nonsense. It's not smart. A little $50 investment in a freezer, get you a membership to Restaurant Depot. If you want to buy a day pass, go buy a day pass. If you have an EIN or you know someone that has an EIN, owns a business, just sign up. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. And then go in there and get you some cases, boys and girls. But I don't want all of you doing this, all right? Because then you're going to buy up all the chickens, all right? We can't have that. We need the free-range chicken, okay? So much time wasted. And to be fair, I typically don't do this during the week because it is quite the endeavor to be able to gather up everything, cook it, cube it, bag it, do what you got to do. But while that's doing its thing, and it's pretty simple. So I have 2 grills. I'm going to show you guys in a little bit how I do it. But those 2 grills allow me to do 20 pounds at a time. So, 40 pounds at a time. So you got to think, right? If we just do some basics, right? I got 2 grills. I don't know what the square footage of these, the cumulative square footage of these grills is, but that's what it shakes out to. So if I'm doing 40 pounds at a time, that's 3 batches. Let's say it takes about 10 minutes per side. That's 1 hour of cooking. And then the worst is the chopping. The chopping takes a while. I'm not going to say that that's fun because it sucks. Cook 1 time, and then for the next 2.5 months, I don't have to do this. All my meals 3, 4, and 5 are already done. Well, I mean, I have to make rice or, put some peanut butter in there. But for the most part, the meals are already done. So much time, so much money saved. You can't beat it. It's increasingly more and more difficult to resist that temptation the more time that goes on. So if you prepare ahead of time, then your potential rate of success drastically shoots up. You don't eat those sugary, foods or drinks. When you finally do have yourself a nice little cheat meal, you're going to really enjoy it because your taste buds will be reset. You'll be more akin to sensitivity when it comes to these, salty, sweet, savory, different flavor profiles, and they're just going to hit you so proper. Depends on which way you want to go. Deprogramming yourself is definitely the hardest part. If you have gone 10 plus years, and over the past 10 plus years, you haven't educated yourself on eating correctly, you're more of a, hey, I'm just going to go through the drive-through kind of person. This is a big pattern disrupt. To go out and do big meal preps like this, to get large volumes of food at once, to completely flip the food that you put in your body from, this, additive laced foods, lots of butter, lots of oil, lots of stuff that tastes good, lots of sugar, all of those things to a more basic style of eating. I think you're going to most certainly find it extremely difficult right up front because your body is quite literally addicted to these foods. People look at someone that's addicted to drugs and, looks at them as like, oh, it's an addict or something like that. You're literally addicted to food. I can almost guarantee it. And if it's not food, you're probably addicted to something like coffee, you're probably energy drinks, whatever. It's all the same thing. When you eat something that's very tasty, very robust with its flavor profile, it's going to hit those receptors in the brain that release dopamine. You're going to feel good, right? So that's what we're all chasing, is that release. And you can get that feeling. You can definitely get that feeling, but you need to be disciplined. Stop making excuses for yourself. I'm telling you'll get the benefits. You'll know what I'm talking about. You just give it 1 month, and I promise you, at the end of the month, man, you're going to look back and you're going to be like, damn, I can't believe it. I lost 20 pounds, 15 pounds. Depending on, the heavier you are, the more weight you can lose pretty quickly. You'd be shocked at what you can do to your body in 90 days. 90 days of discipline can do a lot to your body, man. You can be, 30, 40 pounds overweight, and you can get all of it off in 90 days. That's the interesting part about fitness is. All right, so I got to go. I'll see you guys in a bit at the store. One thing that I know is that this brand, Pilgrim, although not bad, it is worth paying the extra money for the halal. So we're going to actually head right over here. I'm coming right around shop. We're going to have $2.89 for boneless, skinless chicken breast. The reason that we're going to do these is because there's actually less fat on these than there is on the other one. So although it's a little bit more money, it's actually more meat that we can actually consume. It's better. So we're going to pick up 2 of these. We're going to grill these up. Actually, you know what? Maybe we'll make it 3. We're going to cook it all up tonight. Let's do it. It's like mushrooms, but they're cheap as hell. This whole case, $15. All right. $15. You ain't paying that in the store, boy. All right, let's load this up. 40-pound cases, so 120 pounds. Now we're just gonna head back to the house. We're gonna cook these up. We're gonna bag them. We're gonna freeze them. We're gonna get this done tonight. It's 6:12 now. If I can get this done by 11 o'clock at night, it's gonna be a win. See you on the porch. We're gonna get to grilling. All right, pretty straightforward. Right, so something like this, you know, you don't need all that crap. Get rid of that skin, that back. All right, now we're gonna load these up. And now all we're gonna do is we're gonna block them off. All right, they should be done. You know, you can take a look right in the inside there, right? You know it's done. 15, 20 minutes, almost always, ready to rock and roll, nice and juicy. Total cost here, okay? We break this down, $274.76 is what we're looking at. All right, 120 pounds, and I bought those mushrooms. I thought they were 15, they're 23. I grabbed the wrong box, but you're not beating that, man. 120 pounds. Finally done. It's been so goddamn long. What a day. Got 13 1-gallon Ziplocs out of that 120 pounds. So now we're just gonna bring this downstairs. We're gonna put it in the freezer. And just a little pro tip, this is the easiest way that I've found to transport all this chicken, you know, I don't know, we'll call it like 100 pounds, is to get a blanket, put all these bags on the blanket, grab the corners, huck it over your shoulder, and then dump it in that way. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that's just the easiest way I found to do it because I don't want to make multiple trips here. I want to make it nice and easy. So hopefully you guys learned a little something today in terms of overall efficiency and time management. That was really the overall antithesis of the reason why I wanted to record myself doing this, because there's so much time that you can get back. Sure, yes, I have been on my feet and I have been cooking, chopping, bagging, grilling, blah, for the better part of 3.5 hours straight. Feel free to hit me up if you guys need any help. You have any questions on anything, feel free to head over to my website, rtbtransformations.com. And having said all that, hopefully you guys have a great night. You did something special today. You got yourself out of your comfort zone and you made a little bit of a difference and you took a stride in the right direction to get yourself a little bit closer to where you want to be. Having said all that, guys, I am out of here. I'm going to go. Peace.